And it's us, the hip hop podcast you can trust with our thoughts and opinions. You got the whole team quarantined. You got myself, Flaw 700. You got DJ Big J. You got Jarrell, and you got Ant, the Great One. It's snowing outside. It's nasty. Welcome to episode 81 of Barz and Shotz. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on?
Yo. What's happening, people? We chilling.
What it do?
Yeah.
They're looking out my terrace right now. You know, snow coming down. Got this robe on. I'm chilling.
Wait a minute. You're doing what? You're looking at what?
Outside of a terrace.
Oh.
Thank you.
I'm not a fan of snow at all. Never was. Eventually, I'm going to have to go out and shovel something.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's move on, man. What we talking about, man?
The great one here right now.
Yes, man. Yeah, Flaw, you got to shovel snow just like I do.
Yeah, terrace, bro. Let's not just skip over that part. Hold on. Nigga, you got a terrace?
Nah, man. We good, man. We got no.
That's why I said. That's why I said.
Now we good.
Now we good, man. We ain't got nothing.
Episode 81. Who we got this week? Bro?
Okay. Who you got, man?
81 off the cuff. Tim Brown. Randy Moss, that was for Jay. Randy Moss with the Patriots. You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of 81s. I told you the wide receiver is going to be easy, man. Yeah. It's easy. Tim Brown. Yeah. T.O. That's right, too.
Before we hit the record button and we went live, we was having a conversation about feeling old, and something that was mentioned made me think of how when I hear about how artists born in 2000, like they 20 years old, it just feels, it makes you feel real old in a sense. And hey, I was born in the year 2000, and you just like that's crazy. That
nigga, you old, man.
Yeah. You know, you look at it like it was only 20 years ago, but then when you equate that to another human being, you realize like, whoa.
Right.
My nigga, my kids are working.
I know.
Yes.
Hey, yo, Jay, they got kids older than yours.
It's my week to have the Nelly connect, but I'm still here.
Damn. Nigga, it's always your week. Fuck you mean it's your week?
YouTube audio like we did last time. We're not going to stop.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, we good.
Oh, you good?
It is what it is.
You know the nigga with the terrace.
I'm gonna wait till this thing clear up because I can't hear or see y'all.
Move yet.
Damn.
That's because can you see me?
I can see you. I can see you, but it's like you're froze.
Oh no, I can actually see Ant like it's killer. Ant guilt to me.
I haven't seen Ant since he made the terrace comment.
Really?
Yeah. Like I can see him, he just not moving.
You got the Nelly shit too then.
Am I moving? Am I good?
Yeah, you good. Everybody good except Flaw just got knocked off. But it's a snowstorm.
I can see you do everything, man. It's a snowstorm.
Yeah, it's a snowstorm. Everybody connection go be fucked up today.
When it's cold outside, girl.
Flaw, you good?
Hey, Drew, let me just ask you something. You got a fireplace where you sitting at right now?
Yes.
I knew it. I swear to God, I knew it.
Like I ain't gonna sit here and lie to a nigga. I mean, but yes, I do.
Yeah, I knew it. Yo.
Nigga.
Hold on. Is it okay that it's a gas window?
It don't matter.
It's a gas fireplace.
No,
and you have a terrace.
No, nigga, it don't matter. It's a
gas fireplace.
I know what's going on. I know what's going on.
Gonna be one of them episodes. Man. One of them episodes.
Part in the snow, B. Part in the snow.
Let's get this shit started.
You darkness.
Flaw, you
Can
good,
y'all see me?
baby? We starting off right now.
It's gonna be one of them episodes. They already kicking me off, talking about something. We working on it.
Wait, that's what they told you?
Yeah,
nah, it was me a week ago. Yeah, it was me a week ago.
Gives you a little pop up and say we're experiencing technical difficulties. We'll fix it in a minute. So this is on live studio, son of the bitches.
Yeah,
let's get into it, man. And T.I. and Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
And controversial situation that's happening with T.I. and Tiny. So allegedly, not allegedly, their friend Sabrina Peterson first says that Tip pulled a gun out on her in front of her kids, and then news just started flurrying out of nowhere, I guess, about T.I. and Tiny running like a little sex trafficking organization, and women coming forward saying that they would not be allowed to come visit Tiny and T.I. The flight wouldn't be paid for if they didn't agree to take Molly or some type of drugs, type of coke. Coke is going to be a theme in this episode. You'll know eventually. Hey, there's been a lot of admitting
know that, man.
Or
nigga, that's so normal. Coke is like weed, nigga.
Okay, well, okay.
I'm pretty sure you know 10 motherfuckers that bust their nose.
Not really.
I don't, but okay. All right. So yeah, with the whole T.I. Tiny situation, man. Where we at with that, man?
I mean, what you mean? Like, where we at with it? Like,
okay, I'll start. Because
would you try to say, is it fuck Tip from here on out? That's what you mean?
No. I'm not saying that, because I'm not one to jump out the window anytime somebody says anything, even though it's not looking good. Mm-hmm. I just know that we're in very sensitive times when it comes to the internet, and when you put this out there like that, it can mean damnation for you, regardless if you did it or not. I will say this though. Mm-hmm. Tiny and T.I. are trouble. They are toxic. I'm tired of them in that way. Wow. These two,
they're in the news a lot though, Jay. Like, to his credit, they're in the news with couple shit a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
What's the last time they've been in the news since the Mayweather shit?
What you mean since? Why does it have to be? Oh, they have it
something.
Every other year. These two are in the news on some dumb shit. Whether it's Tiny, whether it's T.I. with the guns, whether it's Tiny, whether it's the divorce, whether it's the show, whether it's T.I. with his
daughter last year.
But
what? What? Name me another couple. Name me another couple. And let's keep in mind, T.I. has been telling people he's a troubled man since he came out. He has an album called Troubled Man.
I don't see them in the news as frequent as y'all making it. Like, that's five topics over how long though? You get what I'm saying?
Well, I guess issues. How about this? We only talk about them if it's negative. That's the only bad thing.
So it's 5 times. Kim and Kanye been in the news way longer.
Yeah, but hold on though. But they toxic too, nigga.
They divorced. They get divorced every year.
Right. Yeah, but we're not saying they're not toxic though. They're toxic as well. They're a toxic couple. They should not be couples goals. That's what we're saying.
No celebrity should be couples goals.
I'm saying
that's true also. I agree with that.
I'm saying that Kanye West is toxic. Kim Kardashian has been chilling in the state.
Bitch, they got a whole fucking retarded ass show that's been going on.
Retarded as what? A show?
The Kardashians.
Of doing what?
That whole name.
It's 4 of them. It's not the Kim Kardashian show.
Well, lately,
like 5 of them.
Lately, Kim hasn't done anything toxic at all.
Yeah, get flawed fuck out of here.
Jay kicked Flaw off the show. Jay producing the day. Yeah, soon as he argued with him Flaw got banged on. Bitch. Yeah, but I don't think Kim has been toxic at all lately. It's all been Kanye when it comes
I don't know, like when to say they're always in the news, like it's this topic, it's the Mayweather topic, T.I. and the guns and them breaking up. That's it. Like that's it. That's all.
True.
I mean, we'll see what's going on. Terrell was kind of saying was like, when we talk about them, we don't talk about them in a negative light as a couple. I mean, a positive light as a couple.
What celebrity couple do we talk about in a positive light?
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
It's a bunch of them, bro.
All right, let's leave.
Even though
out of this.
No, but I'm just saying, even though Ed mentioned Will and Jada, them positive and negative, but yeah,
I haven't said anything positive about them. It's all been negative. It's all about their swinger entanglement.
It wasn't negative until it was. You know what I'm saying? Before
I mean, it's only negative to certain people. Like, we knew what it was.
True.
We knew what the fuck go ahead.
And it's the same thing with the Tiny and Tip situation. They swing. You know what I'm saying?
Side niggas stepped out of bounds. Like
I think there's some truth to these allegations, but I think it's more so like it's one person saying some shit and then giving the green light for everybody to say some shit. I don't think it's a sex trafficking thing going on, but I just think it's, you know, like he said, it was some consensual shit that people probably didn't agree with at the time and always just kept their mouth shut during the whole shit. And then when Shorty said something, now it made everybody say something. But I think it was consensual. I mean, I don't think they was trafficking motherfuckers. So, think about what trafficking is.
Yeah.
Think about what sex trafficking is, bro. They wasn't doing that.
So what I'm being told by females that is still a form of rape. So when you're empowered, even consenting to be around and benefit off of and to get away is still rape. So consenting to be around T.I. and Tiny because they're T.I. and Tiny is considered rape. Like
getting into really, though, bro. You know what they into though. You know what they into. Why are you there?
I'm not saying I agree to that. I thought consent was consent. If you said
bro,
yes,
if you there, what are you there for? What are you really there for? You know what's going on with them. So they said they travel with a suitcase full of toys and shit, bro. Y'all read them Twitter notes and shit from the people that was coming out?
Yeah, I read them.
That sounds lit to me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So knowing that, like, this ain't, you know what I mean? Like, you're there. What are you there for? Y'all think y'all Monopoly?
That sounds like a great fucking time.
Hey, Flaw, you good?
With someone
else. For now.
Well, I'm gonna play the T.I. explanation on the joint that he dropped on IG.
All 8 minutes?
Nah, we'll play like 2 or 3 minutes.
No, we ain't playing the whole thing.
Hell no, not all 8. But I'll play like 3 minutes because the first 3 minutes is what really the meat and potatoes of his not apology, but his explanation. Hold on.
So as y'all could probably guess or imagine, it's been extremely difficult for me to remain quiet in light of all the things that have transpired and all of the egregious allegations that's been tossed around about me and my wife. But it's a reason for that. And I don't mind sharing it. You see, if a person does not have any right to criminally or civilly have you in court, they have no right. The best thing they could do is get you for a defamation suit, drag you in court, make you pay their legal bills, but get you in court. Now, I mean, at this point, man, it's at the point where that don't even matter to me no more, okay? But that's the motive, that's the strategy, that's the intention. Say a whole bunch of false stuff about you that get people to believe and make them come out and say, they're a liar, they're a liar, they're a liar. And then they can say, see, they call me a liar. That's defamation. Then they drag you in court, get you under oath and all that. Because unfortunately right now, it doesn't matter as much what they can prove you did. It matters what you can prove you didn't. You know what I mean? And that's just an unfortunate place that our society has made it to. But I want to be clear about one thing. Women who have been victimized deserve to be heard. Women, black women in particular, should be supported, protected, defended, and uplifted.
Oh, they're going to kill him for that.
However, evil has no gender. People with evil intentions have no gender. A threat comes in all shapes and sizes. I would never treat a woman the same way I would treat a threat. All right? So I think that has to be distinguished. First and foremost, I want to say my wife is a beautiful person with an amazing spirit and a kind heart. She's a devoted mother, and she has a humble soul. She don't deserve it. She don't deserve it. Now, what we're not going to do is open up the door to my bedroom, as you shouldn't have to either. Open up the door to my bedroom for everybody to come in and chime in and make their opinions about what we do and don't do or should or shouldn't do. But I will say this. Whatever we ever have done has been done with consensual adults who into what we into and like what we like. If we want something, we know exactly where to go get it. We ain't never forced nobody. We ain't never drugged nobody against their will. We ain't never held nobody against their will. We ain't never made nobody do anything. We ain't never trafficked anything. Well, sexually trafficked anything.
All right.
Hey, how did this whole thing start though? Why did Miss Peterson come out and just
her Tiny, I think, started beefing.
Yeah.
That's why I said it sound like some bitter shit.
We'll see.
It's not bitter.
When you got other people coming out telling their stories, though, you can't just dismiss them, especially when it's the same narrative over and over again, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you can't just
that's the
readily
only thing.
dismiss it.
Because there's multiple accounts
I'm not dismissing it, but my whole thing is like, I don't know, like that's corny to me. You have a fallout with somebody, then all of a sudden you like air their dirty laundry. Like that's corny. Like that's your fallout.
Yeah, of
I
course
kind of
that's
put
corny.
that all. I kind of put that all in the same category, and people might think I'm bugging, but I hear this a lot. Like, I randomly think of like the Rick Ross situation, right? And how like when you love him, he's a dope artist, and with 50 Cent. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Now we
Floor
can.
froze again, man. Dang, he wanted to get them bars off.
Yeah, man, get Floor the fuck out of here.
He wanted to get them bars off. Yo, he gonna come back mad as hell.
Get Floor the fuck out of here.
Hold on. That's my thing. Watch. Hold on.
So,
I hope you weren't talking that whole time.
Nah.
Yo, I was saying.
Came back so
How about they clipped you right when you was getting your bars off?
I know.
You was floating. You was floating in the booth on real quick.
Yeah,
yo.
crazy. But I see this all the time when it comes like 50 Cent and Rick Ross, right? Like they cool as hell when it benefits you. Then the second you have a fallout, 50 Cent is a snitch and Rick Ross is a cop. You get what I'm saying? So now when you got friends who've been stood by your side and seen all of this, now there's a fallout, and now you're a sex trafficker. Now, at the end of the day, if these guys, if these were your friends, if these were your associates, while they were, involved in those activities, whether they were or not, like don't get in your emotional bag and say, "Oh man, that's why you." Well, you was a friend of theirs while they was doing it, so you ain't. Don't give me that. Oh, black women need to be heard, because that's what she led off with, and that's kind of what pissed me off. Because you was there, you was the friend, you was the homie.
You was benefiting off the bag.
Now all of a sudden, Tiny Tip is sex trafficker. So I'm like, miss me with that. I hate
that's a strong allegation too, bro.
Right.
Sex trafficking.
Yeah, that's a very strong allegation.
Right. And if you get in your emotional bag and want to talk about that, I wouldn't have went there, because now how can you? Where are we going with it?
So
where are we going with it? When did all of this happen? Is this recent allegations? Or how valuable are the random women coming out saying, "Hey, me too"?
That's the movement, Me Too movement.
So,
but you can't say that them coming out isn't valuable though.
But to what though? Court for them to go to jail time?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like that's what I was trying to say. Like we was arguing in the not arguing, but talk about in the group chat about like the the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
I care more about what's going to happen to Tip and Tiny in the real court. Like the court of public opinion. I mean, Tip is already rich and famous enough that I don't think he would care about that to the point that he would care about that more than what he's about to face. Because human trafficking is serious, man. Like he can go to the jail for the rest of his life.
Did y'all see what Little Scrappy said?
Nah, what he said?
All right, I'm going to read the tweet. Say, man. Niggas better, bro. I swear to God,
all right, go ahead.
I read this shit.
You caught me off guard with that. My bad. Go ahead.
I read this shit in the down south of accent, but nah, say, man, niggas better chill on that after parties at their room, cause in a minute it's gonna be so many groupies turned to women holding their hands up, saying they were raped or drugged. Some true, some false, but don't take that chance. And I like how he said,
that's a true statement, though. That's always been like that,
bro. This none of this shit is new though. Like this shit been happening for years and years and years.
But we didn't have social media to make it easier.
True.
Anybody can have buyer's remorse because now they're saved and they're in and out of church. They're a new woman. So again, once somebody says something, once somebody say something about somebody, then it's just like, well, yeah, it felt kind of rapey. Like I said, it's women who feel and believe that consensual rape because is rape. I mean, consensual sex with a because is rape.
I don't think what is
that? Basically, because consenting to sex because you thought this person was something else, or because you wanted him to like you, or consenting to sex because you wanted to.
That's on you though, bro. Like at the end of the day, I can't support that, bro. That's on you, bro. Like
I'm not saying
I don't give a fuck
whether
if
I
I'm
support it or not.
Millionaire, whoever, bitch. If you know what I'm trying to do and you do it, like that's on you. You did it. Like
my issue is some of the posts that I saw where if you're 500 miles away and you got to catch a flight and they're telling you we're not going to pay for your flight or you can't come unless you accept to take these drugs. You got to say no to that. Now, who knows who they targeting? They might be targeting people that can't, defend them. Like I don't want to say defend themselves, but think for themselves, or they just want this big opportunity. They have a crush on their favorite rapper, and they got a crush on Tiny or something like that. But when I read, hey, we're not going to do this unless you do this, and you agree to that. Like Jay said, buyer's remorse later on. I'm just not a fan of that. And so I don't really think that they're going to do any jail time. I think that it's going to just be worse in the public eye with T.I. because he's a real passionate speaker on certain situations. And if he's a drug and if he's a human trafficker, if he's doing these things to these women, it's just going to make him look worse when he's trying to get his intelligent conversation on, because that's what he's passionate about. Nobody's going to listen to Tip.
And here's also
after this.
And here's also the shit that bugs me out. And it's because it's you don't like women are confusing. And then I've said this shit before. Everybody wants a 50 Shades of Grey lifestyle. Everybody wants a 360 days of like lifestyle. Like, I mean, we've talked about this before, Flaw, on the show. Where girls have rape fantasies, or where they have, which bugs me the fuck out, this word or phrase, consensual, non-consensual sex. What? Like, you have a fantasy of what? Consensual, non-consensual sex. I know a young lady that was talking to another young lady who had the fantasy of always being a baby.
Jay, what the fuck? Jay, what are you?
Yo, no. I heard that before too.
Like,
I'm not saying that that it's not true, but where?
But this is the confusing part. It's like not, and this is the consensual part, of course. But it's like if these women are having these fantasies and this, that, and the third, like at what point does it stop? At what point does buyer remorse stop? You get what I'm saying? Like at what point, like you literally have a fantasy or a lifestyle of being raped.
Hey, well, listen, let me tell you.
You could turn around and say, well, you really did rape me.
In this situation, that's Tiny and Tip problem. Like, you supposed to, like, listen, if you're going to bring somebody into your bedroom, know who you bringing in, fam. There's so many, just like he said in the video, there's so many ways, like they know who they're bringing in. And there's so many ways that you can do this. If this rich couple is randomly picking people off Facebook or Instagram to come into their house and they don't know who they are, that's they, honestly.
You gotta take responsibility for that shit, man.
I'm married to a woman. I'm not like, if I have this fetish where I need multiple women in my bedroom, that's a responsibility that you have to that T.I. and Tiny has to they just have to go about it a certain way.
But what if that person is putting up a facade because they're T.I. and Tiny?
That's their problem.
Yeah, that's still your problem, though.
But how is that your problem?
But you're right. It's still Tip and Tiny problem too, though.
Because at the end of the day, Jay, it still ended up being their problem.
But But that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point does it not become? At what point do we hold these motherfuckers accountable?
So forget the women, because you're passionate about that. Any situation you can't just go into. I didn't know.
No. I get that, and it's not even about women. Right. When do you hold people fucking accountable for that?
You want to hold women accountable. I'm talking about overall this situation.
I'm talking people. I'm not. Stop saying women. I'm talking people.
Well, you're saying people. How come you can't hold Tiny? And Tip accountable?
No, I'm not saying you can't, but they're the ones who backs up against the wall because if he says, she say eventually right now.
Because they're the common denominator for all of the allegations.
Any day, tomorrow, tonight, my decision on what I do
it's your responsibility.
My responsibility, and I'm in control of my future. That's every day.
I get that.
Every day. No matter where I go, no matter who I associate myself with, whether I knew or didn't know, whatever I choose to do. And that's one of the spooky things is about life is every day something can happen tomorrow where y'all might not see me. I might get arrested tomorrow. I might whatever tomorrow.
I guess my thing is if you're going to associate, like say if you're a rich couple, if you're going to associate yourself with hoes, don't be surprised if a hoe do some hoe shit.
That I agree.
That is your responsibility. If they're going to, he already said he know where to get it.
Right.
So if you really know where to get it, why you in trouble?
Right. And but if somebody lies to you, who's at fault? The liar
it's still your fault. It's still your fault.
It's still your fault, though, bro.
It's still your fault.
You have to take some.
You allowed that shit to come into your life.
All we saying is some responsibility, not you lied to me. No, you still on the hook for this because you fell for the okie doke and you put yourself in that position.
Right.
Me personally,
kept it 100 though.
Me personally, I've always had this thought to myself: like if a woman, and this is different, but if a woman is over aggressive towards me, my antennas go up.
Yeah. Wait.
What you want?
Oh, yeah, you said you've said
this
that.
Ain't normal.
I remember that.
At the end of the day, right? So I'm not speaking that
Flaw don't like when girls like him too much. Now I'm saying,
whoa, you like me a little too much.
Yo, hold on, nigga be in the gym every day at 4:00. If a chick say I like your muscles, this bitch is too fast. What is happening?
Away from me, Jezebel.
Get away from me, harlot.
Guess what? I'm safe. I'm safe.
Yo, shout out to
catch me.
Listen,
a friend of mine told me this story. I was shook from it since this, like a long time ago. She told me the story.
What happened?
Hey, get Flaw the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, so shout out to Tyree in the Facebook chat, and shout out to Roland too on YouTube.
And by the way, nigga, you still look froze on my end, my brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo, Ant is straight fine. Like he like his video is absolutely fine.
What's going on?
Well, basically, I know like not moving, but I just sent the picture to the group. That's been your face and position since you made the comment about the terrace.
Flaw, you good, baby?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm back.
Got you when you was on your bars again.
Yeah. The internet was too aggressive.
Yeah. That's the system trying to suppress me because I'm on my shit today.
That's what it is. They trying to hold the black man down.
Big brother trying to hold him down.
I know the game. But anyways, man, let's move on, man. Cardi B.
Hold Jay.
Let's talk about.
Hold on, Jay. You chopping up like your shit is like.
Well, I thought. See, when Jay was chopping up, I thought that was me. Good.
It was.
There you go. Both of y'all.
Nah, nigga. Now you back.
What you say? Let's talk about what?
I said let's talk about let's keep it messy. Let's talk about Wendy Williams messy.
Oh, you want to talk about Wendy Williams before you go?
Yeah, retarded.
Oh yeah. Jay got to go. So I'm gonna put the video with Wendy Williams talk about meth. Hold on. It's like a little over 2 minutes.
When I was locked away at a place that I didn't belong because I'm not an addict, I was addicted to coke and I quit on my own. It took 4 days and I was an 8-ball girl by myself.
Yeah, that was something else I wanted to talk about, but go ahead.
You know, with the only thing I did, I smoked a blunt with with Method Man, while I gave him a bath and it was a one-night stand. And
what?
And he'll deny it, maybe not. You know,
that wasn't in the movie.
It wasn't in the movie. It wasn't in the movie because Method Man is still very angry at me.
For what?
I don't know, for being me, for telling the truth. It was one night we were in the club, a fight broke out and gunshots broke out. The fight was ridiculous. The whole Wu-Tang was there, but it was only meth up in the rafters. And see, that's where I go to observe everything because I was by myself. And he's like, yo, Wendy, because he'd been on the show before, and he was effed up. And I smelled the weed, and I had weed, but he had better, you know. I didn't roll blunts. I rolled joints because I was never really a blunt roller, and they're sloppy. He rolled the blunt. We smoked a blunt. We watched the fight. We heard the gunshots. The cops came in. He was rolling with, the car from Staten Island with the whole clan and their people. And I said to him, I guess I batted my eyes and, rocked my shoulders. You know how you do.
Yeah.
And I said, you want to come over? And he said, yeah, I'll follow you. And I said, give me your hand. And I grabbed his hand and he put his head down and I put my head down, and people didn't even realize at the time it was Wendy. And one of the biggest stars, the leader of the biggest group in the world, just left, got in her Pathfinder, and went back to her penthouse in Jersey City, where she bathed him in her jacuzzi tub.
Wow.
And smoked more weed. That was back in the coke days. I don't remember what he did. I'm not going to implicate him on that. I did give.
I don't know if I'm asking too much, but did you guys go all the way?
Yes.
Coca's going to be a thing.
Bro.
So let's keep it going.
Bro.
Yo.
What the fuck?
For one, if I'm Red Man, I'm telling Wendy to get her mans right, for one, because she slipped up like 2-3 times talking about some Red Man. Yeah.
I don't think she lying, yo.
That's
whoever it was that night.
He has to hold
whoever it was that night.
Method Man.
I don't think she lying, bro.
She probably not lying.
I'm gonna get your shit off, Jay. Go ahead, because I'm mad at
Jay.
You know what's crazy?
Reasons.
How about she probably not lying, but honestly, it sounded like a good night, nigga. I don't know what everybody mad about.
I mean,
he got bathed.
You know what I'm saying? She bathed him in the jacuzzi club, in the jacuzzi joint.
They smoked that fire.
She said Pathfinder, so this had to be.
First of all, hold up, time out. This is the 90s, bro. This is the 90s.
This is the 90s, so Pathfinder was that thing back then, man. Don't front on Wendy, man.
Yeah, you come crazy.
So that put my mind the 90s. You get what I'm saying? We don't know what Wendy Williams looked like in the 90s. You get what I'm saying? We don't know.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do, Jay.
Do we?
She was famous in the 90s, nigga.
I know.
Yes, we do.
Compared to now,
I know what she looked like. She
I know what she looked like now.
Better than she looked now in the 90s.
Right. So if that's
better back then.
So if that's the case, it's cool. But why are we telling the story now? Why?
Because her career is,
she's
getting
Williams,
older,
bro.
and it's time to talk about my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
She's Wendy. That's what. First of all, she done built the whole career off of spilling nigga shit. She got a biopic out, and it wasn't in there. She might have wanted it in there, but for reasons why, it wasn't in there.
Nah.
Shout out to Mike in the chat, in the Facebook chat.
Yeah.
She was supposed to keep that to herself.
He had Wendy, and he had Wendy in her prime.
I'm saying, Jay, it's Wendy Williams we talking about.
I know. I get that. I get that part.
She has a whole talk show based on mess.
I get.
So if she got some mess,
I get that. But this is.
I don't see the problem.
Mess. I understand shit now, and I get the whole thing. You can't talk about other people's shit until. But then when people talk about your divorce and shit, get all upset. I'm cool with that. All right.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. You right about that. That's crazy.
It happened in the 90s. Like,
remember when we said Tip and Tiny gotta have responsibility?
I know.
Meth gotta hold that.
I did not say that. I started that. I said
Meth gotta hold that.
Meth has to hold that.
Hold on, Flaw. Do I hear rollout music?
Oh, definitely is a rollout. I don't know if y'all know or not, but Wendy Williams' movie debuted last night, premiered last night.
Biopic, yeah.
So, what a way to get attention on Wendy Williams. But I got so many issues with this, right? The conversation started out where her and her nose candy, and for some reason, wanted to compare weed to.
He about to start hating.
Bro, weed is just like coke, bro. Weed is coke.
I don't. That's not what I'm saying.
Weed is not coke, bro.
Weed is what?
Weed is not coke.
What'd you say?
Weed is coke.
No. Hold on.
No.
Flaw, don't say nothing. And don't say nothing.
No, I will not.
I want this nigga on the screen. What you say?
That nigga, man, weed and coke. Weed and coke. It's okay. It's okay.
Man, listen.
It's okay.
Put the camera on me real quick.
It's okay.
Hold on. Ant wants some words. Hold on.
Cocaine is not okay. That's all I gotta say.
Cocaine is okay. It's okay.
See?
Cocaine is all right.
It's not okay.
It's okay.
We're okay. So a Lifetime movie premiered last night. I watched about an hour of it. Turned to
Why? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Flo.
All right. Oh,
I forgot the statement that you also made in the room about the low budget movies and shit.
And hold on, let Jay get his bars off because he gotta go too.
I have no bars. Cocaine is okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna Flo had to say.
So yeah, she goes into this nose candy addiction that she had. And for some reason, somehow it turned into a Method Man story about weed. I don't know how it got there, especially if Method Man is not in the movie because he is not. It had nothing to do with nothing. But a rollout it was because it got everybody talking. We talking about a film that she's been talking about coming out and nobody paid attention to. But you say you bathed Method Man, who is on Power right now. Listen, you say you bathed. That's all we are talking about, fam.
Wait, you left something out. You left something out.
What?
The leader of the
leader. First off,
the leader.
The leader.
I thought that was going to piss you
of the biggest group in the world. She said
that did. Well, first off, she's from New York. She has a right to think that. But the leader, kiss my ass, when you don't know shit about shit. Far from the leader of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Say what?
Hey, yo, at the time
Front
niggas thought Meth he was the star. He was the front man.
Members, Come on now.
Like I know you want to get your dirty. I know you want to get your dirty backpack bars off and shit.
Wasn't it your favorite group smoking weed laced with shit? And
First,
now coke is not okay.
That's not a mystery. Okay. That's not a mystery. They rapped about it, fam. They rapped about lacing their own shit.
Smoking woolies at 16,
right?
I'm saying, right? What she say? I don't know what Meth was doing. Coke was the thing back then, but I don't know what he was doing. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, that was whack.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where you're going, Wendy.
That was whack.
So here's where she was going. So if this interview aired before the airing of her show, she put the pieces together. Meth is on Power. Females are talking about Method Man all over the internet because he's on Power. They like Meth. So now she want people to watch to see if the story is going to be in a biopic.
But they already said, look, this shit came out after the biopic, and she already said that he wasn't in it, and none of that was in it.
But no. I believe this aired. I think we're catching on to it afterwards. I swear to God, it was because Saswan even said it. He was like, "It's not in it." So that means it had to air already.
Well, Method Man is not in the movie, which aired last night in that video.
Yeah, part isn't in the movie.
And Jay, that's what I'm saying. It's a rollout. Nobody,
it's definitely a rollout.
Nobody cared about nothing. First off, how is your rollout is not even about the movie because you can't sell the movie.
Hold on. Before Jay go, shout out to Tyree. I need Jay to answer this question. Shout out to Tyree the Facebook chat. Answer this question.
Answer that question, bro.
Why? Before you go.
Coke is okay. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. But a lot of people bust their nose that y'all know that y'all might not know of. But you know it's okay that they smoke weed. Coke is it's okay. It's okay.
Just because I might know some people who do coke don't mean it's okay.
It's normal. It's normal.
Not normal.
Y'all never seen somebody bust a line before?
Yes.
Y'all need new friends.
It wasn't normal. It wasn't normal when I saw it, bro.
Nigga said we need new friends.
Also,
I wasn't a part of it. I just watched the entertainment.
Yeah.
I had my alcohol and a little bit of weed.
Okay.
That I rolled myself.
Now, my thing is, now to piggyback off what Jarrell was saying as well, she mentioned Redman a few times. She got them confused. But these are two married.
It was Redman.
I just think that's normal. Everybody does the Method Redman thing. They're always
what if it
was?
No, we don't. No, we don't. We know the difference between Redman and Method Man.
I'm about to say I don't do that.
Yeah, no, but we don't do that. You might do that, Jay. But here's my thing.
No, it's not. I do it, but when you hear Redman, you think of Method Man. So like when you hear somebody say Redman, it clicks in your mind Method Man. Not to say that to get them confused. She's a dumbass. 8 ball a night, nigga. You know what an 8 ball is?
Hold on, shout out to Tyree snitching. You know what I'm saying?
He's seen it before, but
I'm fucking with him.
Nah, bro, it ain't crazy to see. It's entertaining after they bust their nose and hit the stage and just start acting a fool.
But my thing is, for your own personal rollout, to throw a married man, possibly two, because you kept saying red man, and if we know women, we know that red man's wife still gave him the side eye. Even if he's
of course,
that's just life.
She did it twice, son.
Crazy part is I didn't know Red Man was married. That's crazy.
Well, I assume
whatever. His girl married.
Whatever.
He's married. He's been married for the longest.
Method Man has been married.
But this is why this shit is super messy. It's the night. You said Pathfinder. I don't even think they make those anymore.
He can't get off the Pathfinder.
That bitch said.
Yo, she did say Pathfinder. That was back in the day, nigga.
The leading
that's
member
like a
of the
95 story,
hottest
bro.
group in the world just got into
that shit happened in like
Pathfinder.
95.
You know what's crazy? They rich as she drove off in the Pathfinder, nigga.
Bro.
That's what should be telling you something. That's how the Pathfinders was the shit back then.
Pathfinders was the new SUV back in the day, bitch, and they was hard. They was hard.
Yo. Meth probably drove there in a Vigor.
MPV, nah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta think about the times, baby. That's the mid-90s.
Legend.
Yeah, like he went there in a Legend, left in a Pathfinder. That's a step up, baby. He's doing good.
I am going to check out because I gotta get on the Zoom. I'm gonna still send my song, but just to say, I am for the Cardi B version of the Bodyguard because it's
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next.
I know, but I just want to say I am for it. I want to see it.
You would be for that bullshit.
This is why I'm for it. This is why I'm for it. I just want to see how they do it. If Lifetime is a part of this shit, I don't want no parts. Shout out to Mike in the Facebook group. He said pull up a picture of Wendy Williams. That's what I want to see. It is a reason why I'm not pulling up no pictures. I'm not putting that up there.
I will be honest. I tried my best to Google a 90s version of Wendy.
Bro, listen, I know
was looking at.
Yo, she like the claw and Inspector Gadget.
I gotta see what Wendy was working with in the 90s, fam.
Respect his title, Flaw.
If y'all pull it up, I'll share your screen. But I refuse to research that shit.
These rappers lied to me. I told y'all about Wale and his adventure. All these rappers always told me about how they had all the bad bitches. Now, Wendy Williams might be attractive to you, but all these rappers lied to me. I'm so sick of it. They never had
Tyrese said she was fine, yo.
All right, Joe.
Where's the picture?
Where's the receipt?
Where's the receipt?
You said you need proof?
Fam, she was
fine.
If
that man said she was fine in the 90s, she was fine. Why you need proof that she was fine?
And I'll be honest, in the 90s, you didn't need ass. Women had flat asses.
She probably looked all right. You know what I mean?
All right. I mean, whatever.
I'm throwing it in the group chat, yo.
Wendy Williams in the 90s?
You can snatch it from the group chat, yo?
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't snatch it from the group chat?
Not today. Because the thing,
That's not Wendy. That's not Wendy.
That's Wendy, bro.
Wendy?
That's Wendy.
Yo, y'all see, I can't pull it up.
You know what?
I can't pull it up. But y'all Google, Wendy Williams in the 90s, man.
She wasn't bad.
No, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Hold on, man. Yeah, she's not bad. She wasn't bad. She wasn't bad.
Okay, she wasn't bad.
So that's what I'm saying. Meth need to just own that, man. It's all good.
Okay, man.
I'm saying it's 30 fucking years ago. Yeah, I smashed, nigga. I'm Method Man. What the fuck?
Okay. It makes sense.
And she Wendy Williams.
The number one radio personality. The number one personality. You Wendy Williams. You not okay. That's okay. My bad, man. Still in 2021, we bringing that shit up to plug your movie. That's stupid.
Yeah, that was whack. Yeah,
because the man been married since all I need was about his wife. Nigga been married before the deal or in a relationship.
Yeah, but if you Wendy Williams though, she don't care about that because she think of it as it was before you was married, so she just think of it as mess that she could sell. I don't think she's trying to do it.
Well, it could have been to
ruin nobody's household and no shit like that.
Not 30 years later though.
And again, Wendy Williams.
you have a point, Ant. That's just 30 years later.
So let's get into it, man. Cardi B, what album? Fuck an album. It ain't coming. Because Cardi B is on to bigger and better things, believe it or not. The Bodyguard, the classic movie, Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner, is allegedly being remade with Shannon Tatum. Is that his name? And Channing. I never get it.
Channing, like
Channing.
Channing, nigga.
Stupid name.
It's like a chia pet. Channing.
Okay. Him and Cardi B is working on the Bodyguard remake. You got some? You got the videos?
I got a video, but you damn near said everything. Like, but hold on.
All right, y'all, listen up because rumor has it that Cardi
From
B,
Dish Network.
yes, Cardi B is about to
Dish
be the
Nation, I'm
queen of
sorry.
the night. Can y'all believe it? Rumor has
Problem.
it around Hollywood that Cardi B and Channing Tatum are gearing up to remake the 1992 classic, The Bodyguard, y'all.
Wow.
That could be yes, and we all know that starred the late great Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. Wow.
Hell no.
Okay.
I love it. Hell no, honey. Now what's going on here? They don't have no damn body else in Hollywood. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Gary's pissed.
I
love it because you know
start
why?
getting all judgy.
You know, I love this Brett because it's Cardi B. She's a lot of these kids don't even remember Bodyguard. We do, but she's relevant. Right. You got Channing Tatum. I love the fact that she's not going to be doing I want to run to you. It's her raps. Like, I want to run to you. I want to be all up in you. You going to have me calling you boo. Like, I want to see this.
So the plot of the remake is supposed to be based on the real story of Cardi B having to change out her security due to gun laws and her main security being felons. Then enters Channing Tatum, who becomes her bodyguard.
I think the question that's on everybody's mind is, will Cardi B do her version of I Will Always Love You? I want to see that version.
No. Nobody want to hear that.
I feel like her version be like, I'll always you. You know, like she is so vulgar.
Yeah. Right, I'm sure Cardi's going to put a dope spin on it if she does have to do it, and we're going to love it. Oh,
I'm sorry, fellas.
Shout out to Cardi Management Company.
Yeah.
Shout out to whoever.
That's why that album ain't coming. Fuck that album.
You feel me?
I'm in the Bodyguard.
Shout out to them.
Where do y'all want me to start this bullshit?
Wait, hold on. What? See, yo, you gotta hate on everything, man. Look at him. That's the hate.
Super mad.
You get mad about everything, nigga.
What's the matter, bro?
Why you mad now? Hold on. Let me get you right, because you about to put some bars off. Let me get you right. Hold on.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad. Please don't go out on me, system. Let me get my bars off. We spoke on New Jack City a few weeks ago about how it got its scenes to it, but it didn't age well, right? The Bodyguard really wasn't that great of a movie. It had great scenes and it had a tremendous soundtrack. I'm gonna say it again. Soundtrack, people. The movie wasn't that good. It had scenes in it where she hopped off the plane and ran in his arms. It had some scenes to it that's classical. Was Whitney an A+ actor? No. Was the script Oscar worthy? No. But it's a classic because when things come out in the 90s, we just love everything 90s. The Bodyguard being remade, right? What's that soundtrack going to sound like? Cardi B as the lead actor. What's that going to look like? Because now you don't have a soundtrack to balance it out. Without the soundtrack to the original Bodyguard, that movie disappears. We don't care. That soundtrack had Will Always Love You on there, one of the biggest and greatest songs of all time. It balances it out. The Belly soundtrack, fire soundtrack with a few good scenes from the movie. We call it a classic. Once again, if it came out in the 90s, we label it a classic.
Not just gonna keep shitting on Belly though, bro. Like,
hold on. I don't know, man. I understand.
I don't care
where you're coming from. I gotta check the actual sales of the Bodyguard though. Like that, I don't remember how popular that movie was. Like I was like 13 when that shit came out.
No, it did some box office numbers. It was Whitney's first movie when she was Whitney Houston. It did box office numbers, but
so like, as a movie, I just looked it up, right?
Art, like
it did over 400 million in the box office. So you can't say that, you know, the movie was ass. We just cared about the soundtrack. You can't say that.
No, I never used ass.
That don't mean the movie was good though, bro. That doesn't mean the movie was good though, just because it did 400 million.
Yeah, but that
means motherfuckers went to go see it.
Yeah, but that's subjective though. That's I'm saying that to some people that shit probably was good. We were children when that came out. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't one of our movies.
When it came out. What was that? 92? Yeah, I remember when it came out.
I'm saying this. That scene of her running to Kevin Costner in the song sold that movie. Like you actually had to go like music, right? A lot of music sold because of a single. You had to go buy the entire album to get that song you wanted. We don't got to do that no more. Like that, like certain scenes from that movie, and that soundtrack is what sold that movie.
I see what you mean.
Now today,
so
Yeah,
the movie,
yeah.
the movie would do. You saying that this will only be successful depending on how good the music is in it, like Cardi's music.
No, I'm saying that what made the Bodyguard. See, what we just saw was a clip from the Brat and their TV show.
Mm-hmm.
They were excited because they remember how the Bodyguard as a whole made them feel.
Mm-hmm.
The challenge is going to be how can we duplicate that? Because when you say
they're not going to be able to,
you're not going to be able to. You get what I'm saying?
But it's going to be a remake, but like it's not going to be exact same as the first Bodyguard.
Yeah,
bro.
it's not going to be the same. She might
First of all,
find this nigga in a bodega or something. Nigga, like I don't know.
It's going to be different, bro.
Well,
same premise, but it's going to be different.
I get it, but if you actually look at the energy from that cast that we just saw, I don't know the name of that show. They were excited because it's the Bodyguard, and they just remember that movie and soundtrack, not because of what this could be. They're not. Nobody's excited for what this could be. You just mentioned Bodyguard. You think of that classic. Now, for what they got, nobody's saying like, "Oh my God," like Denzel and give me somebody else to where if the characters can sell it. Cardi B and Shannon, whatever his name is, yeah, they're not selling this. It's the Bodyguard. And we spoke on this a few weeks ago about how in 2021 we're really breaking down these movies today. We're criticizing everything.
I disagree about the whole Cardi not selling the movie because I think she's that big that that's why they cast her in the first place. Because they could have got anybody to do that. They picked her.
Yeah.
So I don't think Channing Tatum would carry it because he wasn't as popular as Kevin Costner was at the time. But like Cardi B is popular enough to put that lead on him. That's why she was picked.
I don't like the pick because once again you got to follow. You got to follow with a soundtrack.
Numbers. I don't not necessarily though, bro. I don't think so. I don't think bro.
I don't think it has to be like the last one, and the last one was 30 years ago. Like I don't know.
Yeah, but that's why we talk about sometimes leave stuff alone. They could have named this anything. They could have did anything with this, and it could have been like a similar story. True. But when you we're going to remake the Bodyguard. Well, once again, we just saw those ladies and those gentlemen get excited because you brought them back nostalgia, not because, like, put it like this: Cardi B and Channing Tatum. I hate this guy. I hate him. What's his name, man? Cardi B and this guy's working on a movie. You're not excited for that. That's what I'm saying. You're excited because they're working on the Bodyguard. The Bodyguard is the attention grabber. And we're hyped or we're thinking about, man, how you going to live up to their expectations because of how great the Bodyguard was as a whole. And we're talking the soundtrack really. The soundtrack took that to the
soundtrack and the movie, like the book, like as a package. Like
it is different that it is the Bodyguard. I'm just saying that Cardi, if she was starring in another movie, like you said, it wouldn't be the Bodyguard excitement, but people,
I don't think
but not as excited, but not to Flaw's point, not as excited as the Bodyguard. People are intrigued, like what the fuck, what are they gonna do? This Cardi B, she's super ratchet. How they gonna pull this off?
I'm not saying like the three of us on the show would care, but you don't think like hip hop in general would care if Cardi was starring in a movie, period? You don't think she's that big anymore?
Where she came from?
She just came up like the biggest song in the fucking year with WAP.
Yeah, but put us in position to win. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, not only are you huge, but it is my team's job to put me in a winning position. Right. I don't think that
they got her the Bodyguard, son.
Comedic spin on the Bodyguard, bro. And think about it for a second, bro.
That's what I think it is.
He's been in some kind of comic movies, comedic movies and shit. Remember the Ice Cube movie he was in with all them little with Jonah Hill and all that?
Magic Mike movies,
comedic twist. Yeah, I don't see it as a drama, a serious drama like the first one was. This would be an up-to-date comedic feel. Young DC Fly probably be in it or some shit. Like
if Young DC Fly is in it, and it's going straight to the all black network.
It's gonna be. I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of them kind of movies.
I think if you're gonna tell
not necessarily, bro. Wait, time out. You saying he can't cross over?
DC Young Fly could definitely cross over.
You said if Young DC Fly in a movie, it's going straight to black network.
He's saying that every movie I've seen him in, he's been in the C-level movies. I mean, if he can cross over, then I'm cool.
You gotta build up to it though,
you just
bro.
gotta,
you feel me? I think he's building
you
up
gotta build
to it.
up to it. Kevin Hart was in Paper Soldiers, nigga. Like,
yeah,
that was his
soul plane.
Yeah, I mean, but once again, classic to some that saw it in the 90s. But now, what did it come out in the 90s or like the early thousands?
Paper
now,
Soldiers?
2000.
Paper Soldiers was not deemed a classic on any year.
Fam, we watched that on repeat and laughed every time. Paper Soldiers is a historic.
That's a classic?
To who?
A cult classic. It's a cult classic.
But listen, I'm saying this now though, but now if you watch Paper Soldiers, it's like, yo, it's not that entertaining. But at the time when it came out, bro, that's all we talked about around our way was the scenes because this shit was funny. It was funny as shit, man.
Yeah, y'all. Yeah.
That was
nobody else talking about Paper Soldiers.
Soldiers was funny as hell though. It was though.
That was a funny ass movie, man. But I just, it's part of the pressure when you remake a movie, and The Bodyguard had its scenes. I mean, we talking about her hopping off the plane to go hug that. Like it's classic scenes, and it's the music to me, and that's like if they was to remake, New Jack City or Belly or something like that. We're going to be looking for certain situations, and even the New Jack City movie had a dope soundtrack. That's just the difference between the 90s and
the 90s. The soundtracks to the movies in the 90s was off the hook, bro. Like that time I don't think you can bring back again, bro.
You can't.
I think
love the Rim soundtrack.
I think The Bodyguard. I don't know. That's not the same type of movie though. That The Bodyguard isn't a hood classic or a hood movie in general. That was a regular ass, PG-13.
Kevin Costner as
that was a blockbuster movie. I would never compare that shit to Belly, ever. Can't. It's not the same thing.
Well, I'm saying that Cardi B, before she has done it, she just has to prove. And she don't have to prove anything to me, but it wasn't an action-packed. It wasn't one of those type of movies, but at the end of the day, it was a love movie. And hopefully Cardi B and Channing can make them believe that. That's going to be, it's a lot they got to sell. So forget the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack can wait, whatever soundtrack we get, but they're going to have to actually sell this romantic shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Shout out to Cardi management. Whoever doing Cardi deals, shout out to them.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. I give her that, but it still don't make no sense to put out WAP and then say fucking album. Like you got the single for it. I don't understand. Just put the shit out and still do the Bodyguard.
Remember I said it was on label thing. She just changed a whole bunch of shit. Like that's what I think it was.
Everybody is.
I think her album been done. She just not gonna put it out.
Think about this for a second though, bro. You got an album done and you just put WAP out, but you got the opportunity to make a fucking movie, bro. Movie, that movie check.
Well, it depends on who you are. I think Cardi B is a personality and not an actual artist. So for this, it works.
Yes, I agree.
But as far as if you're an artist and you get WAP and you let it sit, you then have the pressure of having to do it again. Because by the time you do drop something, WAP is not going to be effective. I guess I'm speaking from an artist perspective. That's all. Like if you,
again, bro.
I'm just
you
saying.
Got to strike when the iron hot, bro. You got to strike when the iron hot, bro. And the iron is hot right now, bro. Feel me?
It's okay.
And what did WAP lead to? A movie, bitch. A movie. You're gonna tell me you're gonna tell me the movie, the music is more important than the movie check right now, bro?
Well, we're agreeing that Cardi B is a personality. She's not an artist, but I can't help but speak from an artist perspective. And I'm saying that I'm saying that if you got WAP, a type of single that every artist wish they could release today, that's going to carry their album, and I don't know what's going on, label, or you just not in the mood to create music, or your writers suck, or you can't find the right song. We don't know. At the end of the day, you chose to release this record, which was one of the bigger records of 2020, to not follow up with an album is just nuts to me from an artist perspective.
Following up with a movie though.
With a movie.
That's doper though. That's doper to me. You make one of the biggest singles of the year and following up with bitch about to remake the Bodyguard.
That's fine.
I don't see. I mean, I understand now. What if she does what if she still put the album out?
It might actually be the soundtrack. What if it's
see that's where you losing me, man. WAP in the body. I'm old school, I guess. Now maybe if you premiere WAP, hey, listen. Now maybe
Man, that movie came out when you was like 9 years old. Like,
WAP is
that
not
movie got a soft spot in your heart like that? Flaw, you froze?
I'm still from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm still from the 90s. So, but that rollout would have been better if you premiere WAP on the movie. But that's what I'm saying. Now you have the pressure of having to have another mega single. And I'm not saying she can't do it, but when you working on
pressure, why pressure yourself? Yeah,
why pressure yourself? But at the end of the day, I probably would have took it too.
Bro, think about it. She don't have to make music no more if this movie is successful.
Nope.
All I'm saying is well, first off, what's her contract looking like? Don't tell me you ain't making shit. Where's that album at? Universal, whoever contract she got.
I don't know. I think that the reason her album didn't come out is the reason, like her contract. Something was wrong with her contract. I forgot what it was, though. To be honest,
money talks, bullshit.
Yeah. Hey, but hey, man, I can't wait to see it. After
all that, you can't wait to see it.
No,
you just hated on it. You just hated on it for like 15 minutes.
He just want to see what it's going to be, and he hopes she failed, so he can come back and talk about it. Like, she should have put the album out.
Y'all know what I'm saying. Like we just listened to a clip of people getting excited about the Bodyguard remake, and they weren't excited about Cardi B. They was excited about the Bodyguard. This is bigger than Cardi B.
I guess my thing
and
is
for them to name it,
for you to say that you're looking forward to watch it. You know you're not. I think you're gonna hate watch it. You already have in your mind that you're not gonna like it.
No.
I just feel like Hollywood is. This is just another testament to how fucking lazy Hollywood is, bro. I hate Hollywood, bro. They cannot be. They're not creative.
At all.
Bringing out old movies that shouldn't be remade and remaking them over. How many fucking Rockies we gonna get? How many Rambos we gonna get? How many different Friday the 13th we gonna get? And RoboCops and all that. Like, come on, man. Come up with some new RoboCops.
Yo, people really thought scary dude. People really thought we needed another Coming to America.
We really didn't.
We didn't.
We didn't need it. I understand what the need for it was because it was so dope, and we haven't seen nothing from Eddie like in that like from so long. Know what I mean?
Just do Eddie Murphy could have just did another movie.
Do you think it's going to live up to the hype though?
No, of course not. It can't. It's Coming to America. It's impossible to live up to the first one. It's not happening.
Shout out to John Landis, did all the makeup and shit on the first one.
So wait a minute. How can you say that about Coming to America, but I can't say what I said about the Bodyguard?
Because the reasons that you
it's a sequel. First of all, this is a sequel.
Let me answer your question because this is not the same thing. It's not a remake. It's a sequel. And the reasons that you gave is not the reasons that I'm giving. It's a completely different scenario.
But without you seeing the movie, you're saying that it won't.
The question that he asked, am I wrong? Is not going to live up to the expectation. That's all. Because it's Coming to America. All the other stuff is not the same as the Bodyguard shit at all.
It's an expectation. So am I looking at it wrong?
The expectation in the Bodyguard, you're like you connected it with the soundtrack and stuff like that. That's not the same as the Coming to America.
So Flo, how would you feel? Would you feel differently if they said, "Hey, Cardi and Channing Tatum are doing the sequel to the Bodyguard versus a remake to the Bodyguard"?
That might be completely different. They're remaking something.
I guess that's where we're having a different conversation at. You can remake.
Would you feel differently if they said they were making a sequel of the movie, The Bodyguard?
No. See, to me,
you feel the same?
To me, it's the same thing. I'm not looking for them to reenact every scene from The Bodyguard. To me, this is like part 2. Like when they remake stuff, you're not going to get the exact duplicate of the original film. So this might as well be part 2 because it's not even the same story. The story is even different. They couldn't.
The story not even.
You know what I'm saying?
It's got it. So
the story is
a sequel
for it to be remade. Yes, they're going to change stuff, but I'm guessing that they will still go by the same plot and the storyline. When it comes to a sequel, that doesn't mean the whole plot and the storyline has to be the same. It just means like maybe the same. Like Coming to America 2. If you the synopsis of the plot and you see the trailer and stuff. It's not like one at all.
No.
Like it's a completely different story. But the Bodyguard is a remake. It's going to be the same, changing the plot. If that makes sense.
It's not the same story. This is based on Cardi B's actual life. Her bodyguards got fired because they was involved in some drug shit, so they had to be replaced by Channing, whatever his name is. That has nothing. That's not the first one.
So it's not a remake then.
They just naming it Bodyguard.
Listen, I don't really give a fuck. Shout out to Cardi. I feel like Cardi doing her thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think it's a great look.
I feel like it's a super good look. I feel like if she's successful in this, it's just another avenue for her to get money, and she don't have to make music no more. Because music is just the stepping stone now, man. People don't make music because they love it no more, and we all talk about that. People use this for the stepping stone, bro. And this is it. This is like the ultimate stepping stone to get in a movie.
That's the reason. That's the reason she did it. That's the reason she did it in the first place.
From loving hip hop.
Yeah.
From loving hip hop, from the strip club, nigga. Like that's what it's all about, right?
Cardi B she is an artist. She's a personality, and nobody makes money off of music. If you get the opportunity to expand and do something beyond music, you take that. You be the next star. We watch Will Smith do it. You know what I mean? He had a career. The Fresh Prince of Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Who knows where they would have went? But Lord behold, that sitcom in the 90s. Now he's to the moon. You get what I'm saying? So
I don't know if I say that she's not an artist though. I'm pretty sure she got something in there. Or if that case, anybody can.
Input on what?
Input on her music.
On what she's saying. On what she put
out. Like she I know she got writers and stuff, but she does write some of it.
She might, yeah.
That's why I was saying, like, I'm not saying that she's fucking, Rhapsody or anything like that, but I wouldn't say that she's not an artist, because in that case, you could take anybody from the strip club and just tell them to say this and that, and she'd be successful. Like, it is a reason why she's successful and not other people.
She's the total package. She's the total package.
Like, she knows what she's doing.
I don't know about her acting skills though. We're gonna definitely see it.
Yeah, we definitely go see that. That I would not co-sign at all. Like, I don't know. It should probably be trash, but I'm just saying
like that, yeah. But for her to be in position though to do this though is what's blowing my mind. Like that's what's up. I can't hate on that.
Well, I can.
Of
course you can.
Of course you can.
What else we got?
It's sweet. The truth though.
Bro, she earned it though, bro. You can't take that away from her, bro. She earned that, bro.
I just think we're debating two different things. She can go be an actor all she wants. Great, do your thing.
Which is not the Bodyguard though. Just not the Bodyguard, right? You think that ain't her idea?
If anybody remakes anything, I'm like, why y'all doing that? That's just me. It's not Cardi. Why y'all remaking this? And you just said it too.
Some remakes are dope though. Some remakes are dope though.
Name me one. Give me one.
The Longest Yard. And that's all I got. That's all I got.
That shit was fire though.
Cheeseburger Eddie, nigga.
I thought you was gonna say Wild Wild West.
You gotta protect them. You gotta protect the McNuggets, and always remember that. Always remember you gotta protect the McNuggets.
That's the only one I was waiting for you to ask. I already had it stored.
Okay.
That's the only one, bro, I could think of.
News. Charlamagne the God is a known hater. Might not be news to anybody. But basically, you want to play the clip or you want me to break down
I got what he said at the station. Hold on.
There was a time when a Drake feature helped Little Baby. I think right now Drake might need that Little Baby feature.
I mean, look, Drake is still
I don't think Drake needs anybody, but Drake is still Drake. But let's be clear, a lot of the Drake records, at least of late, haven't really, taken off. At radio.
What's the record he released? What's
Laugh Now, Cry Later.
We play that every other song. That was the number one record.
Yeah,
no,
yes, it was.
It went to number one?
Yeah, it was number one.
Sure
did. I remember going to number one. I know Tootsie Slide went to number one.
Yeah, that was number one too.
I know, because
I'm so confused.
Yo.
He crazy, yo. He is a
Hey, yo, we be talking about Flaw be hating. Flaw ain't never said no shit like that before.
I'm confused,
bro. Listen.
I'm confused, fam.
Look, Drake can't do nothing right, bro. Drake sent this nigga bottles, bro. 6 big dumbass bottles of Dom and said, let's be friends. And this nigga still hating, yo. Like,
still.
Come on, man.
Listen to me, right? His last few singles haven't done good, right? His last 2 singles have been Tootsie Slide and Laugh Now, Cry
Later.
It was the number one song in the country.
Both number ones. And here's what Here's what got me mad when I was reading the article, right? Where he just came out and said, hey, Drake might need a little baby feature. And like what Envy said, well, his last 2 singles have been this. And he goes, well, let's first off, I am a Drake hater. Number 2, let's not say that a little baby feature doesn't help. You didn't answer the question.
Exactly. At all.
He definitely didn't.
That's where I got frustrated. Don't just put another artist on me just because like you're a hater. I'm Drake. I'm still the #1 artist in the world.
Talk about like a little baby feature would help. Of course.
Now,
little baby, like say if Drake is #1, little baby is 2. So of course it'll help. What the fuck? They help each other.
It's gonna help anybody.
What's the problem with that?
You know how many other hot artists have come and gone in the last 10 years since Drake has been rocking? Like everybody gets their shine. Like it's kind of like the Jay-Z thing, right? Because Jay-Z had one hell of a run, and you had Janelle's, you had your Ludacris, you had the South. Jay-Z stayed consistent. It wasn't about a fall off. No, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna let all these hot guys come in, like 50 Cent. Oh, y'all hot. Oh, you did 10 million. Cool. Do it again. I'm gonna let all you guys come in, and it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. But me, I'm gonna
rope-a-dope, straight rope-a-dope.
The rope-a-dope.
Yep.
It's the rope-a-dope. Now Drake, who has done nothing wrong in the last 10 years. Now these new artists have come in, and now you got somebody that you can stick to. Everybody seems to like Little Baby. He just seems to be that one that everybody likes. And I remember me and Ant was talking like a few months ago, like last year, where this that one little that we can get behind because because sometimes we look like haters when it comes to the new generation. But Little Baby is somebody that we all can get behind. And then you go, Drake's in trouble. Bro, they got nothing to do with Drake. There is nothing Little Baby can make and do to make Drake not do his numbers.
Right.
We just, like Envy just pointed out that Drake's last 2 singles have went #1. If they didn't stay #1 for long or whatever, we're talking about a man. It still got there. We're talking about a man in is it his 10th year? We keep saying 10. It might be longer.
I don't even remember.
He came in 09, bro. 08, really, if you count his little mixtape run and shit, but officially with Young Money, 09.
Well, you got to count the mixtape run because that's where it started from.
Right. So far gone, like so huge. You got to count that.
08. So like late 08 going into 09 is when Drake really got on type shit. You feel me?
So now we're talking 10 years plus. And here's my issue. Another issue I have with that. If my run is over, I had a glorious run. Now is not the time to say, I think it's over because you're not predicting nothing. My run should have been over. Somebody should have ended my run 5 years ago.
Should have been over.
Should have been over.
Yeah.
When you
and go ahead.
When you've been #1 for a decade plus, once again, we can name so many artists who've come and gone, hot, microwave hot, but couldn't stay consistent. Needed that Drake feature. How many artists did Drake co-sign? How many artists did Drake make hot with his feature? Let me jump on that real quick. Now you on.
Future.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Flaw be hating, but he hates with a purpose. Like I really be trying to, dissect some things like that. But with Charlemagne and his Drake hate, because this is not the first time he said it. He mentioned it before. Nah. We kind of like looked over it, like, yo, it's just Charlemagne hating. But boy, when I read this article, I said, yo, what the shit?
This could be a Charlemagne rollout because we ain't, his donkey of the days ain't hitting how they used to. And we ain't been talking about Charlemagne how they used to. So this could be some type of Charlemagne rollout. Like he got a book coming to some shit. Like
I think
he got his little podcast or something.
I think it's a different type of rollout. You know those commentators or those guys like Muhammad Ali had one. I can't remember his name, but you always associate. Yeah, so you always associate like the athlete or the star with a commentator and somebody. So now at the end of the day, Charlemagne is always going to attach himself to Drake. But keep in mind, this man has never had an interview. He's never Drake never doesn't acknowledge him.
Muhammad Ali had
Drake sent them bottles, bro.
And it's not in a negative way, but LeBron got Brian Windhorst.
Yeah.
Or Brian Windhorst.
Right.
Brian Windhorst always got like a LeBron story. Ever since he graduated high school, he went up with him.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Somebody to tell you a story for you, or somebody to keep tabs on you, or somebody to always bring your name up. I've never seen it this way before. You would think Charlemagne would want a relationship with Drake. If we're going to be hip to hip, if you want somebody, because
he's not going to have no relationship, bro. That's why he do it. He do, bro. He know this is the closest he's going to get to be. You know what I mean? And like I was saying, Charlemagne little fire might be burning out. So why not ignite it a little bit with attaching myself to Drake now? Again, like you said. Know what I mean?
And plus, do you think he could get big to go against Drake, just like Flex is going to get up against like Jay-Z and other rappers and shit?
What's
the difference?
Point. That's a good point. There is no difference, and I don't know what it is. I would hate to say that these guys are no longer relevant. I really hate that topic, but Ant could be right, because just for the simple fact is these DJ jockeys or whatever they are, they just become so bitter at one particular artist. Flex can randomly be like, fuck Jay-Z tomorrow for no reason. Like, fam, what are you talking about?
He's always the biggest artist too.
Yeah, he has
it's always the biggest artist.
It's always the biggest artist.
But I guess it could be that clickbait.
I mean, every Batman need a Joker, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying? When the last time Charlemagne, they ain't been in the news about anything. You know what I mean? And he's Charlemagne. That's what he want. His name attached to some shit. We ain't hear shit. Why not say some shit about Drake to get my name in the news right now, to get Barz and stop talking about it? You feel what I'm saying?
And he said it so casually too, because he know regardless somebody would clip it and it would be out there.
And he was wrong. His job.
Yeah, he was completely wrong.
He was wrong.
He got checked as soon as he said it in the same with the people in the same room.
Yeah, like
his peers.
Word. Well,
with his co-host.
Facts.
Like the shit we be doing with Jay.
I'm about to give you your own donkey of the day, nigga.
Like the shit we be doing with Jay, but like, nah, that's wrong, nigga.
Definitely, he definitely should have gave himself donkey of the day. If Drake run his
he not doing that.
He's not going to.
He gonna give it. He gonna give it to us for telling him that he shouldn't be thinking that. Like he'll give it to the fans because he did that before too.
What you mean, bitch? I've been right for this and this and this and that. But
right. He's done that before.
He said the last couple records Drake brought to radio were not it. Like it didn't hit.
I don't remember the last thing Drake put out and it didn't hit.
If I'm correct, I think Drake put out a mixtape of Throwaways and it went number one.
It went number one, yes.
I don't understand what he's talking about. When you could put out Throwaways and still go number one.
Not just Throwaways. These are Throwaways from, like you said, you know how Ant said he'd been out since like 08. These are like 2011 tracks that he put out last year and it still ended up being number one. For like a couple weeks too, not just like when it first came out.
Now maybe
that's nuts.
Maybe when the whole Meek Mill Drake beef popped off, we saw Charlemagne and Drake take a picture together with those bottles that Ant mentioned. Because I think that Meek Mill kind of sided with Flex. So four of those guys have this beef. You know, Flex keeps saying Drake's a ghostwriter, and Meek had the animosity. So Drake went to Flex's enemy, Charlemagne, and brought him bottles. Hey, let's be friends.
Right.
Now, maybe Drake was bullshitting him. Maybe Charlemagne thought he really had a friend. So when he reached out for the interview, well, something must have went wrong, because at the end I'm just trying to make sense of this.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Something went wrong.
Well, I mean, to be honest, if you listen to the Breakfast Club and the stuff that Charlemagne be saying, you could tell that when people don't go up there, he take it personally. He says it all the time. I remember he said that about Joe Biden one time when he was running for president.
Yeah,
like he was just saying that like he couldn't respect Joe Biden until he came up to the Breakfast Club. I'm like, are you serious? But you know,
and we know Drake don't do interviews, so that was Charlemagne trying to get, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get the one Drake interview that I never can get.
Or like, I'm going to keep shitting on him until I get it.
If you don't come up,
we've seen that before. Like that's old radio tactics, man. That's not nothing new.
Yeah, but that's corny though, man. Even if that man run is over, it was one hell of a run, and he doesn't deserve to say, it's over. I think that part is the corniest thing.
You know, until he proves it's over, until Drake put some bullshit out, we say it's over. It ain't over.
That shit, this shit ain't over. We had to talk about this nigga when he pushed his album back.
And it
was a story.
Yeah,
that he pushed the album back.
Yeah,
and regularly we would not give a fuck if anybody pushed their album back.
Wait a minute, wait. Didn't we just talk about how he did 50 Billy on one platform?
Yes.
So I don't understand.
Yes. We tried to big up Jadakiss for 1 billion, right? And I was like, well, we gonna talk about something later. You know what I mean? I want to put Jadakiss up with the pictures and stuff. I didn't even put Drake up there because when it come to numbers and streams and stuff, it's nothing to talk about.
Hey, you know something I thought about too? This got nothing to do with it. Does have a little something to do with it. With Jadakiss's Billy a billion streams. I don't know why I didn't connect the Styles P situation to Kiss the last time we had the episode to where Styles doesn't make that much off his catalog. So we celebrating Kiss doing a Billy, but what does that really do for Kiss? Is that like a dope number? But you would think that him and Kiss would be in a similar situation.
Kiss got more features.
Why do you say that?
Kiss might got a bigger bag music wise than Styles do though.
Yeah, I don't think they would be in the same situation just because they're in the same group. No.
Okay. It's just
nah.
No.
I think Kiss had a way better solo career than Styles did. You know what I'm saying?
And he dropped way more stuff.
Yeah, his bag music wise might be a little bigger than Styles' music bag. Oh man.
Oh well remember, Diddy had it first, right? Diddy had their catalog, their publishing. So whenever they started making money off of it, I don't know. When
that's true too.
How much they seen?
Yeah, when the Mariah Carey singles was hot, Diddy had them. Like now,
that's true too.
Who knows what they're actually getting? You know, off of those.
That Billy Streams, he got to be seeing some type of bread with a Billy Streams though, bro.
No,
you don't think
so. I really don't think so.
Nah.
Streams is ass. Streams is like a 0.4.
And that's why we celebrated and put the picture up, but that's why we didn't talk about like how much money he was getting from the stream. We didn't even mention that shit.
So that's really like you getting a plaque from the country club or some shit. Like
yes.
I mean,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that plaque don't come with no check.
And it's like what fuck them plaques or them awards. My son can't eat them plaques. You know what I mean?
Right.
Platinum might be cool to say, hey, I went platinum, but how much money are you actually making off your own product?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
like we were just celebrating it because it's a big milestone for somebody that, you know, most of his music came out before streaming services.
Yeah.
So it's big because of that. He not making no money off of it.
And he's a street artist. So
right.
For a street artist like Kiss to come out before the streaming services and still do a Billy means he did put himself in position to win. But at the end of the day, nobody's making a bunch of money off of streams. It's just the way it is.
So the Drake, is he eating off them 50 billion streams, bitch? That's 50 billion. He got to be eating some type of check.
Yeah, that's a different number. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying.
That's a way different number.
Spotify got to be cutting some type of check for that, bro. Like.
But I'm just saying, back in the day, it was easier to count. You might have made a few cents off $1 per, you know what I'm saying? So if your album sold 10 million, it was easy to count that. It's easy to count that. But now with these streams, because you can stream so easily, like you don't have to get up, they're making like a stream worth less than a penny, I think. A stream is worth less.
So how they calculate a platinum album and shit like that? How were they able to determine that Lil Baby had the highest selling album of 2020?
I think it's like
with this streaming ever.
They still sell physical copies of an album, and they also go off iTunes
and shit like that.
You still have to buy it, and I think that a certain
still buying albums.
Yeah.
If you go in Best Buy right now, they still got a CD section.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, you just walk right past that bitch to buy other shit. But yeah, they still over there.
Oh shit.
Absolutely.
Yo, that's crazy.
They still sell DVDs and all of that. Even though we're in
I see the little $5 DVD little shit. Like, so I got a whole shit load of DVDs and Blu-rays. When Big Brother hit that button, there ain't no more internet, bitch. I will be watching all of the Chappelle shows.
I remember he said that shit before.
But you know what?
That's so serious.
I'm glad you brought that up though, Ant, because a lot of people that stream, if anything was to happen to the internet, you would lose all of that.
Yep.
If you don't have a physical, if you don't have the physical copy,
it's like having books.
Yeah. Bro,
that's like having books, bro. My library is so serious, bro. Physical books, bro. You gotta have them in your house, bro. Physical, a dictionary.
We're in that era that we really don't own anything because once the internet goes out, we will lose it. Even if you bought.
I still got a pager in here.
See.
I still got a pager.
Yo, remember he put the pager up on camera that day? I was like, hold on, what we doing?
Yeah.
That shit was funny as hell, man. Like, wait, hold on. Because you pulled it out of nowhere, nigga. Nigga was like.
So where we at? Yo, Ed, you want to hit us with some rapid shots or you want me to?
You got him? I forgot what I said.
I thought we talked about the shit that he wanted to talk about.
Nah, we ain't talking about Papoose.
Oh yeah, I didn't even read the story. I just put it in the group, man. Papoose said he quitting rap, man.
Yeah,
he said he's quitting rap.
And let's keep it funky, fam. He's robbing hip hop for 20 years, fam.
What?
He signed that one big ass contract and never put out music. I think he got like 10.
He's retiring. He's retiring at the end of 2021. He's focusing on family. He say he's done, man.
Retiring
from life, a different space in life, and so many people want to see him successful in music. They're not even here no more. So he's done with the music shit, bro.
But he could have dipped off.
If you read, I read the article. I'm not gonna put it up, but I read the article. He about to drop like an album for every month of the year, and then at the end of the year, he's done.
Mm-hmm. He's gearing up to release one album a month until the end of the year. Then he officially retired.
Yeah. So if you drop it, if you can drop an album a month, I don't want none of them shits. None of them. Not one. I don't want a single album if you can make an album a month and pull it out.
That
every
means
month.
he's just depleting the hard drive, bro. That's
right.
All
like
niggas just
I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that.
Niggas getting all the throwaways.
Papoose has been stealing money.
It could be a song on there where he do the alphabet backwards and shit. Watch.
He's done it already.
Backwards?
He's done that already. Yeah.
He's done it already.
Backwards?
He did it already.
I don't remember the backwards joint.
That's coming too if he didn't. Papoose, I forgot, I think it was Jive Records and DJ K Slade, right? Maybe he signed for like 10 million but never put out the album.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, you've been wondering what the hell is Papoose doing? Now, Papoose, he was one of those guys like lyrical miracle type of guys.
Right.
We never put Papoose in the category of the nicest MCs with Audi Platinum and Gold Plat because we still know who they are.
Because he can't make a song, bro. He never made a song that was.
He ain't got no songs. He got no songs.
He never made a song. He can rap good as hell, but he is the embodiment of everything 50 said kissing him was. But you can't make a song. Dope rapper.
But shout out to Papoose for knowing what he's doing with his money because he made that thing stretch. He made it stretch. He was one of the first ones that actually knew what he was doing with that money. Anybody else would have blew that money. Listen, Young Jock. I remember I was looking at Forbes list one year when a year after Young Jock made It's Going Down, and Young Jock made like $8-10 million in 1 year, and people was like, "Damn, he made that off Bad Boy." Puffy, he got paid.
You know how big Hold It Down was? That fucking first single he dropped.
I get it, but I say all that to say this: he was driving an Uber last year. I'm saying that you can still blow $10 million. Papoose has not. Papoose has saved his money, invested his money well. Life is good. Because think about it. I'm not hating on them. But Remy Ma ain't doing much to bring in the bread either. Like she just actually came home a few years ago.
No, but she on that she's still on. Wasn't she on Complex? Or she not on there no more?
That's a different show on the Diddy Network, but I don't really hear much about them.
On Revolt. I mean, I'm sorry.
Revolt.
Yeah, you're right. Revolt.
I don't hear much about that show no more. Like,
yeah, but she bringing in some money.
On the White Castle or something, man. That'd be all right, man. Like,
I know that Remy is on that show, but what was Papoose doing when she was locked up? You know what I'm saying? Like Papoose has been doing a lot of good stuff with his money. I think like he's
that's what I'm saying. Like these niggas might own a gas station or something that we don't know about. Like just because they ain't rapping no more don't mean like they bread gonna stop. You feel me? Like,
well, there's only a few because once again we can name some rappers who went broke. So Papoose has been smart with his bread, and he didn't have to announce his retirement because we weren't listening.
What else? Still got fans. He got fans, bro. People still regard Papoose as one of the best rappers.
Look at this nigga hating. Look.
He got fans.
Look at this nigga.
The Wu still got fans.
Look at him.
The Wu still got fans.
You're killing me, fam. You're telling me.
Listen, Wu-Tang still got fans. Why fucking Papoose can't have a fans, bro?
So one of the greatest groups you're going to compare. One of the greatest groups.
I'm mad you letting Ant fussing
and
your
guess what?
feathers
Papoose
like
better
this,
than half
nigga.
of them niggas, bro. He better than half of them niggas you talking about. So
why you let Ant do this to you? Why you let Ant do this?
Crazy part is, and Jarrell can vouch for this. You got a better album than Papoose.
Sam, he He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
All right. Okay.
He ain't lying.
Okay. See,
I can't co-sign no
Papoose. I never heard.
Yeah, I can't co-sign no Papoose album, bro.
See,
nah, like it's what I don't know, man.
I can't co-sign no albums.
Man.
Yeah.
No albums.
Nick Cannon is making his way to daytime television sometime this fall, man. He just inked a deal with I don't know what TV station they said yet, but it's gonna be New York City, and everybody's excited about it. How do we feel about a Nick Cannon talk show?
Nick Cannon can pull it off, but these talk shows are like these talk shows represent that you made it, right? If you got a talk show, we're associating you with, oh, you made it. If you got
success, yes,
success.
Mm-hmm.
You could look at Michael Strahan,
right?
You could look at Oprah Winfrey. You could look at, you know what I'm saying,
Harvey.
Before he pissed some people off. I don't know what
because they are not in the business to give niggas shows. That's why.
Yeah.
We don't get talk shows and stuff, bro.
And especially Nick Cannon's year where he had to go on that apology tour. Now things are starting to roll back into place. Maybe Wild 'N Out comes back, we don't know. But when you get a talk show, man, we definitely associate that with success. And I hope that he does well. Just don't expect me to watch it. I'm not a talk show guy. I'm not one of those. We got a black man and on a daytime talk show. We need to support it. No.
Yo, remember they gave Magic the Magic Hour? I know we was young as hell, but you remember the Magic Hour?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Nigga had to average a triple-double to get a show, son.
Remember they gave Keenan Ivory Wayans his show late night on Fox?
Yes, I remember that too.
Keenan Ivory Wayans show.
I remember that. It lasted like one season, just like the Magic shit did.
Yeah, that was their way of apologizing for stealing and Living Color and shit. I mean, so they gave him a show for one season and then cut him after that season, bro.
Magic got 5 rings to average a triple-double, but you go throw that nigga a talk show for one season.
But
that's crazy.
I'll say this because
I think.
Well, I'll say this because we brought up Wendy Williams. We talked about Wendy Williams earlier, and the reason why she was able to survive and actually be an icon is because she was very controversial, right? Mm-hmm. We saw the plug get pulled on Nick Cannon for being controversial, so we know that he's going to be on his best behavior, especially on situations like this. If not, that's what a podcast is for, to talk to people you want to talk to, which he actually does. But I'm saying, what can you? A talk show is cool, but what can you actually do that's going to allow you to stick and be a staple in American TV?
Bro, it's Nick Cannon, bro. It's Nick Cannon. Before shit happened, bro, he was probably one of the most safest black people we had on TV. Between the Masked Singer, the Nickelodeon shit, Wildin' Out, and America's Got Talent, when he had it, he got the experience to do that. He has the resume to back up his claim right now. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it's going to be a fire show, but I understand why they would give him a talk show. I
think Nick, of anybody, is more capable of doing a daytime talk show than any fucking black man in America right now. That's not like Wayne Brady, nigga. Like, I would definitely like Wayne Brady had a show. Nick Cannon could definitely do that and better.
Yeah,
like Nick is talented.
I think
man.
Nick Cannon's show is going to be more entertaining than what we've seen from other black TV shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool.
Talk shows.
But that was my question. Nick just got out of some hot water for being controversial.
Mm-hmm. And that's not going to be on the show. That's what you're asking. No.
I know, but I'm saying,
no.
He's going to play it safe. Is he going to be safer with this? If he is safer, is that a good thing?
Yes,
because he's going to be on daytime television, bro. Ain't nobody home in the daytime. Well, I mean, we home now because of COVID and shit. You know what I'm saying? But the majority of the people at home doing daytime television are, American middle-aged white women who stay-at-home moms, all that kind of shit. Them the ones that gonna be watching him. He gonna be on the ABC or some shit. He gonna be safe as hell. He gonna be extra safe. NBC, bro. He gonna be. He gonna have animals on his show. He gonna have wild animal segments on his show and shit.
Like on some David Letterman shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? He gonna be giving money away.
You gotta do that.
Shit. Like, bro,
if he's
gonna be like the black Mel Ellen, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
If he has little kid prodigies and animals on his show, he's going to win.
He should.
Absolutely. That's definitely what's going to happen, bro.
Like I would hope people don't think it's supposed to be. I would hope people don't think it's supposed to be a controversial show on daytime television. That's not logical.
No.
That's like having like
daytime television show.
That's like them playing mixtapes on Hot 97 at noon. That's not happening, nigga. Like
no, bro. He's gonna have child stars on his show, tap dancers and all that kind of goofy like.
Right. I was just saying, you know, we associate this with success, and I hope he continues it. And we're talking about a daytime talk show that everybody wants, and how is Nick Cannon going to hold on to it? That's all. I just don't want him to lose it. And y'all just
I don't think he's gonna lose it, bro. He's very capable of doing this shit, bro.
We've seen
he's had all the experience to set him up for this moment, bro. All he's done in his career, bro, to set him up for this moment, bro.
We've seen shows that cancel. That's what I'm saying.
I hope it stick just because, you know, Nick has been in Hollywood for a very long time, man. Like he deserves it, I think.
In regards to, I don't, you know, they cut Steve's show. You feel me?
I don't see why he can't be a replacement.
Yeah, and then the Queen had a show. I think there can only be one. I think TV and Hollywood is only showing us that there can only be one at a time.
Speaking of, now that you said Queen Latifah, shout out to her because she got her own show on CBS right now.
Equalizer,
right? Or the Equalizer, yeah. But she had a talk show before that people don't know about.
Right.
She had a little talk show.
Yeah. Speaking of Queen Latifah, she definitely needs some love. I don't think we talked about that. Having a show, The Equalizer, on primetime TV, CBS, I believe it is.
Right.
Debuts after the Super Bowl this Sunday.
Right.
Queen Latifah. I mean, she's whipping ass. I mean, if that ain't the Queen, I don't know what is. And it's a safe remake. Like it's a show. It's action. You can always remake action. That's
I don't
why
think people realize how big
she's done everything.
I don't think people realize how big her being on CBS is, yo.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
They do not have niggas on CBS. Like the only black person on CBS right now is Cedric the Entertainer.
We don't even talk about that. That nigga on CBS, nigga.
Who on CBS?
And that show whack.
Cedric.
That show is so corny.
Cedric the Entertainer.
I hate said on TV, bro.
He's not even
the Entertainer on TV.
And he's not the major star of the show. It's him and some other white dudes. So like they don't have
my boy off the hook.
They don't have that many.
He like the black Archie Bunker type shit. He like the black Archie Bunker type role, like in this movie. Like a white family moving into a black neighborhood, and they the only white family in the neighborhood type shit. And they show their interactions as neighbors and all that shit. Like I don't like it, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to Bowie in the Facebook chat.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm surprised like Blackish lasts so long.
I watch that every week.
Time out. Time the fuck out, yo. Don't do that.
Blackish that shit.
Blackish is the best black show we have. We cannot have you hating on that goddamn show.
How am I hating, fam? I'm surprised. Look at what we're talking about.
How you surprised?
But look at what we're talking about. Cedric the Entertainer has to share starring credits with a white man in order for it to be successful.
That's the only is different because it's on ABC though. I'm just talking about that ABC, network in general. Yeah. CBS is like, you know, they don't have black people on that network.
Yeah.
It's always like a sidekick. Like they had like a couple shows, they always had a black sidekick. Like it was Mike and Molly, his best friend was black. The King of Queens, his best friend was black. Mm-hmm. Like I used to watch them shows.
So have a show with a black leading person on there is kind of big for CBS. Like,
and he's still, he's still like a co-star, but you know, it's good that he's getting that billing. But ABC has had multiple black people as the lead.
It's the forced comedy though. I don't like that. It's the forced, like he doing shit that's not natural to me. Like
that's like he not CBS comedy. That's why black people don't usually fuck with CBS.
It's forced. Like it's not a natural comedy.
You ever notice that CBS always have like they'll say like the #1 comedy on TV? Black people don't never watch them though. 2.5 Men, Everybody Loves Raymond. They were not black shows, but they were the #1 shows on TV. They were black people. There were no black people on those shows.
Man.
Yo, that was that shit though. I said black people ain't watching. I watched that shit.
I mean, I fuck with I got on it off the reruns though.
Yeah, me too.
2.5 Men, off the reruns.
Yeah, off the reruns.
I ain't like I watch on when they come on and shit.
Yeah, that was different. I ain't catch the new ones and shit. Like, yeah, that's different.
Nah, I caught the reruns and shit. You know what I mean? But
that's all you there?
Had, though, man.
Flog.
That's all I had with the rapidness, man. You know what I mean?
Hold on, Flog back. Flaw, you good?
Yeah, man. It was one
about to watch this Rumble in a little bit.
Yeah.
What?
I said it was a hell of a
I
run.
got some braised short ribs up there in
This
the
nigga.
oven.
You're ready out here playing on musics.
Yeah, man. Hold on. I wanted to play one.
Yo.
Hold on. I wanted to play one thing. We got a special call-in guest. I think Ant needs to pay attention to this one. Hold on.
This is a prepaid call from
it's your boy Max Bigavell,
an inmate at a New Jersey state prison. To accept, press 1.
Yo, make sure y'all check out my new single on Untitled, man. It's called Bad to the Bone. It's featuring Gigs, produced by Paul Couture. It's your boy Max Bigavell. Alright, get with me.
Nah, I mean, we had to get Max on the check-in. I mean, we talk about him a week on this
My
shit.
nigga,
So.
man, that was just dope just now. He title. I see a Rock Nation alignment when the Big Affair come home too.
Shout out to Title for doing that, man. They even put Max in a one of the lead playlists as soon as you hit the home screen called like grown people rappers.
I don't like the song though. I don't really like the song. It's called Bad to the Bone.
It's cool.
It's okay. I don't like Paul Couture production like that. Some songs he get off, but most of the time I mean, yeah, alright.
I'm glad you said it.
And this man. Yeah, I said it. Yeah,
I'm glad you said it because the song wasn't good.
Bro, listen, I'm not listen. I'm gonna call it what it is, bro. Just because that's my guy, bitch. If he put out some wood, he put out some wood. You put a bad batch out, you put a bad batch out.
Yo, Flaw wanted to hate soon as the telephone sound coming up.
It is.
Boop, boop, boop. Look at this
why? We almost went 2 episodes with no Max B reference. Y'all didn't notice, but last week he didn't mention it.
I noticed.
All right.
I was actually gonna say something, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna let it ride.
I was trying to let y'all live. Man. You feel
so
me?
that's why I was like, man, let me get Max on here. Know what I mean?
He ain't play a Max song at the end. He had shot him out. We was doing good. And then here Jarrell go.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
That's cool.
Ain't worry about it. Y'all know what I'm.
He said, do you think Max got some adjusting to do? Well, yeah, this nigga in prison.
Well, absolutely.
You goddamn right he got some adjusting to do.
I think once he get with the right producer, because he got one producer producing his joints right now. This dude Paul Couture, you know what I'm saying? Or E1 Music or whatever. Phase 1 Music, I'm sorry. That's who his producer is right now. That's who he putting music out with. But as soon as he get with a London on the track or one of these young boys that's really putting out the sound that's right now, I absolutely think he's gonna take over the airwaves. Now that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I could be wrong, but once he get with a producer who can produce the sound that's what's going on right now, he get back with Young Los and Dame Grease to give us the sound that we used to from him.
I know it's your job to troll and hate right now, but if Max get on a Hit Boy track, that would be all right, man.
So listen, right?
He's gonna be
like, stop it. You can't hate on that. That'll sound all right. Like, I'd like to hear that.
If you got on a let me
Fab, don't finish this. Don't finish that. Don't finish that. Don't finish that. Don't finish that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
You got and Max in the same set.
Don't finish that. Just don't finish it. I know what you was gonna say. Don't finish it though.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna let y'all live.
Right. All right, y'all want to get into the songs? I'm gonna get off YouTube.
Yeah, let's get into the records.
All right, man. Thank everybody for checking us out. Subscribe, like, comment, and all that. Shout out to Roland Boo and everybody else that checked us out. Tyree. We'll holler at y'all.
Yo, peace. Ready for that?